You're the one everyone counts on, the high achiever, the person who handles the crisis, meets the deadline, and carries the weight for the entire team without dropping a single ball. But then Sunday night rolls around. You sit alone in your car or on your couch, and despite doing everything right and hitting every metric of success, a hollow, suffocating weight settles into your chest. To anyone looking in, your life looks like a perfectly assembled puzzle. Inside, though, the individual pieces refuse to connect, leaving you exhausted by a routine you supposedly chose. This specific kind of chronic exhaustion functions like a flashing warning light for a deep structural breakdown. When your momentum suddenly flatlines, it feels like a failure of discipline. In reality, your nervous system has reached its capacity and pulled the emergency brake to keep you safe. This stall happens because you've spent years becoming efficient at a role that doesn't actually belong to you. You are running a high-performance program on an operating system built for someone else. Chasing inherited scripts, goals handed down by parents, bosses, or a culture you never questioned, eventually turns every achievement into an anchor. You are executing a performance, but you are neglecting your purpose. No amount of grit can sustain that disconnect forever. You can climb to the very top of the ladder with incredible discipline, only to realize you've leaned that ladder against the wrong wall. The reason this misalignment remains invisible for so long is because our culture actively rewards it. We take biological survival mechanisms, put them in a suit, and mistake them for ambition. When a nervous system locks into a fight state, attacking every obstacle out of a fear of losing control, we praise it as a relentless, elite work ethic. When someone uses the fawn response, abandoning their own needs to please others so they won't be rejected, they are celebrated as a loyal team player with a servant's heart. Even the flight response, the urge to stay in perpetual motion to avoid being fully seen, gets branded as extreme self-reliance and independence. But goals fueled by fear are brittle. They require a massive, constant expenditure of energy just to keep the walls standing. And eventually, the pressure of that survival mode cracks the foundation. Correcting the output requires us to stop trying harder and start auditing the system inputs. We must look at the sequence of how a human life functions. Realignment begins by observing the friction without judgment, noting exactly where breakdowns occur. Solving this requires digging beneath the specific behavior to find the hidden, fractured lie that the action is desperately trying to protect. The final shift happens when you replace that lie with truth, building boundaries and routines that support you. True peace manifests as the total absence of internal contradiction within your life's operational system. Reaching that state of alignment carries a significant, tangible price tag. For the new version of you to move forward, the old, boundaryless version of yourself must be allowed to die. You will inevitably upset the status quo. You will disappoint people who have spent years benefiting from the over-accommodating, exhausted version of you. You must also surrender the familiar chaos. The emergencies and drama that previously made you feel important were actually just escapes from the responsibility of your true calling. The friction and social discomfort encountered here mark the arrival of emotional and spiritual maturity. You don't have to burn your entire life to the ground tonight, and you don't need to reinvent your reality by tomorrow morning. Simply pick one area of friction in your week. Sit with it honestly and ask yourself, what am I running from here, and what am I actually running toward? You are not designed for a life of quiet desperation. It is time to stop forcing a performance that doesn't fit and start building the life God created you to live.